everybody, and welcome to Creativity Time, Pajama Creativity. It's Monday night, it's Pajama Creativity Time. Thank you for joining me. I am Tatiana, Independent Stampin Up demonstrator in Port Macquarie, New South Wales. So excited to be joining you. This week I am celebrating all things that are new in the new catalogue, the annual catalogue that is. Hey Judy, thanks for joining me. Here it is. It's stunning, gorgeous, amazing, fantastic, brilliant, genius. Hey Jessica, hey Vicky. Look at that, people popping on. Excellent. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much right now because I'm really excited to use the stamp set tonight. It's one of the brand new stamp sets that was not on pre-order for demonstrators, and I got it in my hot little hands last week and I haven't had a chance to touch it. So I thought we could make a card today with it and some other brand new products. So let's flip. Hello Vicky. And oh, I should take the mask off too, because that won't be fun on a unicorn. Well, maybe a cat unicorn. That would be fun actually. So I'm just going to flip and find myself on the iPad as well. Do say hi when you join in, because I love the company and the chats and the opinions, and we all learn from each other during this. Okay, just finding it on the iPad. I had trouble last week doing that. There we go, all good this time. Fantastic. And here is the stunning stamp set we're going to be using tonight. It's called Leave a Little Sparkle, and I think of it as the unicorn set, like the unicorn set, because it has this beautiful unicorn and this lovely swirl. It's going to be so much fun playing with it. Not working. Why is this not working? I'm very, very excited. I have a daughter, a 6-year-old daughter, and she loves unicorns. What little girl doesn't like unicorns? And so I had to have the set like straight away because too cute not to have. Now, I have not mounted, and I thought it would be a great chance to show you how the new cling mounts work. Now, it's a lot similar to the old, what were they called, clear mount. Hey Joan, good to see you too. Well, see you in typing. The cling mount is different, and I highly recommend. So when we had the cling mount, I didn't do this stamp, but with this, when we had the clear mount, I didn't do this set. But now with the cling mount, I highly recommend it because it really works well, and it's fantastic for when you're cleaning your stamps because they actually stay on the blocks. Now I'm just grabbing the stamps that I intend to use tonight, and I'm going to take the sticker sheet. You girls are too old for unicorns. You can never be too old for unicorns, really, Judy, can we? I hope not, because I like unicorns too. In fact, the card we're making tonight, I've got a friend in mind who I'm going to send it to. It's a friend I met last year, and one of the things she first thing she said to my daughter was she loves unicorns, and showed her her unicorn keyring chain thing. So I thought this would be a nice card to say hi. Haven't spoken to you in a while since we've moved. Hi Korean, thanks for joining me from Europe. Oh, you're at work. That sounds so funny at 8 o'clock at night. But thanks for saying hi. Okay, now I've removed the backing, the white backing off the back of the stamp, and I've removed the white. So you know which side to remove because, can you see that? There's a separation in the middle. Hey Amanda, thanks for joining me. So, and then you line up the stamp. It fits exactly into that area. And you can only do this once. Once it's down, it is really stuck down. And then you peel it off. And what is different now is that this is super duper tacky. Can you see that? It's staying on my finger. 12 a.m. Do you mean PM, Corinne? I hope it's not AM. That would be the middle of the night. What did you say? You're at work at 12 a.m. I really hope that's a translation thing, because that would sound horrible, being at work at midnight. I'm just going to mount the other few stamps, and then we can get stamping. We can crack on with the fun bits. There we go. Peel this off. Now I keep this sheet because I then store my stamps on this sheet. You can stick these directly onto the stamp case, but they are harder to lift. Maybe night shift, yes, Judy, that's right. And I found it easier to lift off when you store them directly on this sheet, and that way there's less, I feel like there will be less ruining of the tackiness, if that's the right word and phrase to use. I figure that less tackiness that gets used up, the less it will. So it's fairly easy. It's really easy doing this, and then you'll have stamps that stay on really, really well and don't come off when you're cleaning them. Now, the other new product we are using tonight is the new watercolor. You've got to help customers. It's like in the middle of the day. Okay, phew, Corinne, you've got me worried being in the middle of the night. Okay, enjoy your lunch. Oh, well, enjoy the customers. Hey, Kayla, thanks for joining me. Thank you. They are Pretty Peacock. Well, enjoy the silence then, Corinne. Love it. We're using the new watercolor paper. And Kayla, I was thinking of you when I was thinking of tonight's project, because we were talking together about the difference between the old watercolor paper and the new. So the new one is called Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and it is archival cotton watercolor paper. So it says here it's 100% cotton. I've never used this kind of watercolor paper, and I just thought I'd compare it. So this is a sheet of the older watercolor paper, and so you can see it's smaller in size, but I believe you get more sheets. There's 10 in a packet. I'm just going to take one out and do a comparison. Now, we had thought that maybe this would be whiter, and I can't say that it particularly looks any, yeah, it's, I mean, my lighting is not the best perhaps, but it's, I would say, very much the same color as the old watercolor paper. So it's not whiter, but it's smoother. I don't know, is the camera picking this up? So this is the old paper, and it's much more textured, whereas this still has texture, but it's finer. I'm not sure how to best describe it. Whatever the change is, I do like. That comes down to, I kind of like it. And I've got, oh, no, not that one. I've trimmed down a piece to use. Oh, it's on the floor. Great. No, I did. I ordered it as soon as I could, and I haven't used it yet. So we'll use it tonight and we'll see. So I've trimmed this one down to the usual card size, which is 5 millimeters shorter, or smaller on each, all the way around, giving a 2.5 millimeter. Oh, good, you can see it. Great. Okay, now I'm going to do some heat embossing, and I like to use my Stamparatus when I heat emboss on watercolor paper, even though this is less textured. Hi Renee, thanks for joining me. Even though this is less textured, I'm still going to use the watercolor. Oh, not that paper. Be good if I have the watercolor paper. Still going to use my Stamparatus because I feel better about that. Now I'm lining it up into this bottom corner. I'm using my magnet, and then we're going to add our unicorn right here, so that she is prancing at the bottom of the card front. When heat embossing, don't forget your embossing buddy. This thing lasts ages. It's only $8 or $9 and it'll really help not getting embossing powder where you don't want it. But the big thing about it is that it lasts so long. Okay, so we need Versamark, and we will be using brand new embossing. It is the white shimmer embossing powder, and how shimmery does that look? How awesome does that look? I can't wait to try it. Oh, this is one that I've put aside, so I'm just getting every bit ready. I will eventually have it all poured in here, but for tonight, there we go, it's all ready. Have it as so. Okay, we've done the embossing buddy. Now I'm going to use Versamark ink, which is a clear watermarking ink, and it is sticky and tacky, and that's what allows the embossing powder to stick to. Stamp that there, give it a good press to make sure it's all stamps. And as I like to do, because I'm on watercolor paper, I'm going to stamp that again, just to really make sure it's stamped well and evenly. I can see it, I'm not sure if you can. There is a good impression there, but I might just do one more layer. The unicorn is so pretty, Kayla, I love it. This is my first go at the unicorn, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited to see what I've got thought up in my head we're going to do, to see if it works. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for me. Put that, my desk is now a mess, and we're going to use the shimmer. This way would be better. Just pouring that over. Now it looks like I'm pouring a lot out, but honestly you don't end up using that much. Oh my goodness, can you see the sparkle? I don't know if you can. Oh, it's so pretty. It took my breath away, literally. Now let's heat emboss this and see what it looks like after it's heated up. That is so cool. I'm seeing the love hearts. Thank you very much. So cool. Better close that. Knowing my luck, I'll tip it and it goes everywhere. It's all closed, all sealed. Oh my goodness. Just heating up my... Ooh. It'd be good if I don't unplug it. Heating up the heat tool. There we go, nice and hot, and I'm going to apply the heat. Sorry, this bit is loud. Can't change that. And if you apply the heat from the back as well as the front, that helps from preventing curving one way. Can't see it changing quite yet. There. Okay, the magic is starting to happen. Start showing up on the tail there at the bottom. The magic is happening. Have fun, honey. And just heat it up from the back. I have to say, with all the glitter, it's hard to see if the white has heat embossed. So I don't want to underheat it. I don't want to miss a bit. So I'm just going to go over again quickly. There, that should do. But this embossing powder is amazing. Is it shiny? Is it shimmery for you? Let me know if it is or isn't. Okay. Next step, before I get too carried away with all the fun shimmer. Okay, I am going to decorate the background. So I'm not coloring in the unicorn, I am decorating the background, and we're going to do that by using the new, pretty, stunning, where did I put them? Pigment sprinkles. And I thought we could use some Melon Mambo, Bermuda Bay, and Gorgeous Grape. And what we're going to do is firstly wet the paper. Ooh, this one I clearly did not clean very well. See, this one's better. Okay, so I'm going to thoroughly wet my, what's it called again? Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And I'm avoiding the unicorn, so I'm just going to the ends of its mane and tail. But I really want to make sure this paper is saturated in water. Everywhere but the unicorn. Just adding the water. I'm not squeezing my aqua painter, so my aqua painter is filled just with plain regular tap water. I'm not squeezing it, I'm just adding it on. I'm going carefully around the edges of the unicorn, and the idea with the embossing, the heat embossing, is that it kind of creates a little bit of a ridge. So hopefully it's stopping the water from entering the unicorn area. That sounds so funny. Do not enter the unicorn area. It is forbidden. So do not go into the, what was it called in Harry Potter? The Forbidden Forest. Keep making sure it's all saturated, particularly from the unicorn. Okay, I feel like that's thoroughly saturated now. And now we're going to sprinkle, starting with some Bermuda Bay, but we're going to be very gentle, and I'm still going to try to avoid sprinkling directly onto the unicorn. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Might add a bit more here. Now some Melon Mambo. This stuff is messy. I highly recommend you use paper on your table. And I am wearing my Stampin' apron to protect my pajamas from pigment sprinkles. Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. And a tiny bit of Gorgeous Grape on there. Yep, there we go. This might be a bit wilder than I had hoped. Now it looks like I didn't wet that corner very well. That's okay, we will deal with that. Just going to pick this up, kind of spread it. Let's take our spritzer with water. Third time is the charm. Yes, third time's the charm, except I have no water in my spritzer. Going to do a quick water change from the aqua painter to the spritzer. Wrong lid. Would be good if I used the right lid. And I'm going to spritz to get that colour really spreading. I'm going to rotate that so I'm always spritzing away from the unicorn. And we are getting drops of water on the unicorn. It's okay. Now, paper towel. This is very intense color. These pigment sprinkles are very, very, very vibrant. So I'm going to dab. Not quite the effect I was going for, but you know, it's something different. It's unique, that's for sure. I'm gonna grab my aqua painter. Ooh, it's really spreading the color around. I'm gonna stick to the areas where I've got purple. Be good if it's. Just gonna give it another spritz. Had hoped the unicorn to stay white, but pigment sprinkles have minds of their own. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's very kind of psychedelic. I don't know, is that the right word? Try to move in the color over here, move it closer into the unicorn. And the unicorn has become somewhat colored. Maybe mask the new unicorn. Yes, I agree, Judy. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab our trusty watercolor pencils in white and see if we can lighten that unicorn. The only problem with going rogue on a live, is that the right word? Experimenting on a live is that it is an experimentation. But you know what? You love that look though? Okay, awesome. It is no fail. It's certainly something different. I'm just adding some white, Whisper White pencil to this, and we shall see if I can I may have to call this one not as successful as one had hoped, but very cool. There's always something to be learnt, and what I'm going to learn is that we're going to change the card around completely. I love the background, it's very cool, but I've lost my unicorn in it, so what we're going to do is now fussy cut the unicorn out and add it to a card. Would be good if I could find my scissors. So can't lose that sparkle. And we can still use that bit for a card. So I'm just going to quickly fussy cut this unicorn, and we're going to get a fairly unique looking unicorn as a result. And who doesn't like unique? We all strive to have our own identity, and this unicorn certainly does. And she sparkles. That's my main thing, she sparkles. How awesome is it that she sparkles? And this paper has been lovely to work with. It's the first time I'm using the new watercolor paper, the Fluid 100, Just cotton based, but it is lovely to use. We love the look. Trim this unicorn out. Next time I should have the unicorn and the background separate. Or mask as Judy has suggested. Either is good option. But I kind of like this subtle rainbowy unicorn, which I would have never got if I didn't try this method. There we go. And we're going to do something fun. I know what we're going to do in the background, so all good. Nothing is ever lost. Almost finished. Hope everyone's had a lovely weekend. So we had a birthday party to go to on the weekend. It's always fun. 6-year-old's birthday party. And of course I made the card. Go. Got the unicorn. Now I'm going to stick with my plan of Bermuda Bay. Hey Rosaline, thank you so much for joining me. Kind of experimenting with new products today. I think I need a new sign. What do we think? It's time to clear this one off. Going to have the unicorn. Yeah. So this is a piece of shimmery white which I've prepared to have, and we're going to take this pretty cool looking swishy swirly thing that doesn't drop things normally. I'm going to add that to the background ever so lightly. And because it's rather cold in Victoria, it's been nice here. It's quite sunshiny today. Okay, now this is Bermuda Bay, and I've got my Coastal Cabana ink pad because it's kind of like a lighter version of Bermuda Bay, but I am also going to stamp off because I want it super duper light. Actually, stamp off twice. 1, 2, and then let's see. Probably don't want it underneath the unicorn, so I'm going to stamp there. Ooh, I love this. 1, 2, stamp. 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 Our unicorn will be there, and she's swishing lots of air. So that's perfect, and we'll leave that as that. I'll clean that later. And I'm going to grab some Coastal Cabana. Cardstock. Perfect, I've got a small piece over here, and we're going to heat emboss one of the sentiments from the stamp set that says leave a little sparkle wherever you go, which I think will go perfectly with this. And we're going to heat emboss that in that same shimmery white. This is Coastal Cabana, the same ink as I was just stamping in. Versamark. Doesn't matter too much where I stamp that one because I will be punching it out. we'll use the shimmery white embossing since I am celebrating all things that are new. Leave a little sparkle, and how could that not be sparkly? When you use the word sparkle, it's got to be sparkly. Heat the heat tool up quickly. There we go. It's starting to set. The glitter does make it a little, so it's basically white embossing powder with glitter added to it. And it makes it a little harder to see when the white sets, but it's so pretty. I've got a label punch here. What's it called? Everyday label punch. I'm just lining that up straight in the middle. Kind of got the word sparkle in there. There we go. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. I like that. Leave a little sparkle. Okay, let's assemble. Let's put this together. I'm going to glue the unicorn directly to the card front. Being a bit of a thicker paper, adding a bit of extra glue to make sure it adheres well. And grab my big block to just put some weight on it while I sort this one all out. And I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals. And we need a bit of metallic thread. Some silver metallic thread will go nicely with this. Bring that around my fingers. Oh, I'm seeing loves. Thank you very much. Loves are good. It means that you may not be commenting, but you're watching and enjoying and learning something. So I'm just taking advantage of the dimensionals adhesive to add the metallic thread. Now what do I think? Down here, up here. Wish I put the unicorn up a bit higher. Let's go up here. And there we go. Leave a little sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And no card is complete until you stamp the inside and the envelope, which is what we shall do. I'll find another piece of cardstock. That shimmery white was prepared for the inside. But quickly cut some more up. So I cut my insides at 10 centimeters and then at 13.85 centimeters. We shall stamp the same swirls on the inside as so, but in full strength. Oh, that is pretty. Just on the corner there, that looks really good. And I'll grab an envelope. And we're going to stamp the card flap today. So what I do is I stamp the edge of the card flap first, and then I can pick it up and move on to this side. This is going to, ooh, this would be make a beautiful self-made DSP. How pretty is that? Ooh, I really like that. Gonna have some fun with stamping that one. And there we have it. Not quite what I had in mind, but I'm still pleased. Oh, hold on, got to stick that in, don't we? Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Add that to the inside. Now, thank you so much for watching. Everything I've used tonight is now available in my online store, which you can get the link in the description. You love it, Rosaline? Oh, excellent. Remember to use the host code, which I had on show before, but if I find a piece of paper, I can write it out again. There we go. The June host code. I'll find a marker. Oh, thank you for the hello. June host code is ZNSXFG27, and you use that when you're shopping online with me. Thank you, Bonnie. And you will get lovely points from me. So I have a customer loyalty program. For every $50 you spend with me, you'll get a sticker to stick down. And then once you've collected 10 stickers, you can get a product, any products up to $50 free from me as a thank you gift for shopping with me. I've got the shopping link online, but you can also email me your order at stamping@tatianacreative.com.au, or send me a PM on Facebook, and I would be more than happy to help you out. If you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you live in Australia, I would love to send you a catalogue and show you all the amazing things that you can create. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night. Bye for now.